Hey Kerbal Space fans, welcome to another episode of my Interplanetary SSTO mission. So as you can see, having already landed on Ike and taken samples and spent about a year sitting there waiting for the alignment to come back, we are back in space. Jeb is in my Interplanetary SSTO and ready to head back to Kerbal. Now a lot of trial and error, a lot of testing stuff out and wiggling nodes back and forth has gone into this, but I now have an exit trajectory straight from Ike out of Duna space with an encounter on Kerbal. So the angle that you want to burn back at is about 75 degrees behind. I mean, Kerbal has to be behind you. You have to be 75 degrees ahead of Kerbal from Duna. So we draw a line straight to the sun there. 90 degrees is about there. It's a little bit, you know, it's like 25 degrees down this way. I'm sorry, 15 degrees down this way. It's a bit further behind than when it was when we transferred from Duna here. So you have to literally hang out on Duna till relative to Duna, Kerbal has gone all the way around and is about 25 degrees behind where it was when we transferred. So a long time. This is going to be a direct transfer right to Kerbal. Even though it's going to take another almost a year to get back there, like 281 days. Wow, that's a long time. That's about 9 months. So, over 9 months. So without further ado, let's get ready to do that burn, and let's get ready to head on back. Of course, we are in space. Of course, we're already lined up so that the solar panels are on the right way. Our batteries are full. The batteries are way tinier now that we've jettisoned all the satellites, but let's check out where our vector's at. So it's going to be right there, and it's a 4-minute and 24-second burn according to this. I've put myself in orbit and circularized it, so I know that it's more accurate than it has been in the past. And let's get ready to do our burn to head on back home. Okay, here we go. So the important part here was to not have Duna get in our way as we're making our way back to Kerbal. Of course, I'm going to time accelerate this. Some physics warp, and we get a nice panning shot of Ike as we are leaving. By the way, if you guys have any questions as to what I'm doing or what's gone on behind the scenes, because there's a lot of stuff that's just boring. I mean, everybody knows how to take off from a moon. Everybody knows how to EVA and walk around. So there's a bunch of stuff that I don't even bother filming that I do, especially since I am quick loading and quick saving when I make sure that I have, you know, the good phase angles to do my stuff from. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know, okay? In the meantime, we are still burning. We're getting a tiny bit off target, so I'm going to correct that without physics warp. There it is. And continue our long burn as Ike recedes and gets further below us. Duna's going to be over there. We're abandoning you as well, dear red planet. Okay, so we're getting pretty close to the end of the burn. And there we go. So again, let's make sure that our panels are facing right at that pesky old sun. Right there, sounds about right. And let's do one fuel check here. So these are gone. These are gone. How's this one doing? Pretty good. So we do seem to have a bit more liquid fuel than rocket fuel, so that's great. We have a little maneuvering room when we hit the atmosphere. You know, something to help us coast our way back to the runway. That's still a good amount of fuel. I mean, considering the fact that this should be putting us inside Kerbal's sphere of influence, and that the adjustments to get the aero braking don't take much fuel. Let's check out how that trajectory ended up. I'm going to shut down that engine just because. Alright, so we got an encounter. The periapsis is, however, very, very high. Let's do our little tweaking with the sun backlighting everything. And let's see if we can get that any closer. Okay, so I think I'm going to burn retrograde for this, because I think we're coming in outside of Kerbal. By slowing myself down a little bit, I might be able to lower that and get this closer. We shall see right about now. Again, I can't really mess with inclination here. I have to wait till I'm halfway through the rotation, but this I can still get closer further a little bit. So let's, oops, right, I forgot. I turned off the engine. Silly me. Alright, let's give it a little gas. And no, it's going the wrong way. Okay, let's do this prograde then. Okay, it's coming down. It's also moving a lot. I don't know that I like that. Don't wanna lose my Kerbal encounter. I don't even have an apoapsis periapsis. I doubt that's a collision course. But yeah, I really don't know what that means anymore, because I don't see the Kerbal dot. Well, I guess I'll do the time acceleration bit and get out there, and then be in a better position to do the inclination changes and whatnot. Again, we're going to rotate this a little bit so that the solar panels are in the sun for the entirety of the trip. And we're going to do our, you know, 9.5 month voyage out. So, full time acceleration. Okay, so we've escaped both Ike and Duna's sphere of influences. Still, I'm going to time accelerate till I'm halfway there again, and then worry about this. Well, at least we have the periapsis and apoapsis back around Kerbal, so that now I know that I can adjust stuff. I think what was happening, the reason why I disappeared before, was we were doing 3 sphere of influence transfers. We're going from Ike's sphere of influence to Duna's sphere of influence to Kerbal's sphere of influence on the same chart. And that might not have been cool with the game, so this will look way better. Of course, this is not going to tell me whether the moon's going to get in my way or not. We are 67 kilometers above Kerbal. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing again. Let's see if burning prograde helps us any. No. Funny, it did before. Let's see if burning retrograde helps us any. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're going to keep bringing that down as far as we can. Getting ever closer to Kerbal here where it's really fuel efficient to do so. Again, I don't want my encounter to disappear like it just did. God dang it. Okay. So according to this, my Kerbal encounter is now way over there for some reason. Why is that? Kerbal escape, Kerbal encounter. If I keep burning a little bit, does that get better? Nope, looks like it's getting worse. Okay. This may have something to do with the inclination. Let's get back to where it's giving me a good Kerbal periapsis, and then see if getting an inclination match gets me a better encounter. Okay, here we go. That's as good as it was getting. Now let's see. Does it look like I'm above it or below it? It looks like I'm below it, huh? Alright, so we're going to go to north in relationship to the sun. And we're going to bring it in some more. I don't have the ascending node, so I don't know how close I am to hitting this dead center yet. I guess we'll just do it the way we normally do it and just wait till it starts going the other way. Okay. Under 40,000 kilometer periapsis, that's great. Still dropping, still using minimal fuel. The good thing, I don't know when they change it, but the atomics do generate electricity, so I'm not worried about running out of power while doing these little adjustment burns because it keeps me at 100% battery. And alright, so I started to gain there. There's the ascending node. Okay. Here we go. Alright, so that means I overburned. Now I'm probably over it. But at least I have a node, which I can burn the other way and get rid of. Okay, let's go back down a little bit. Alright, that was slowing down. That's fine. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. So if memory serves, burning retrograde was bringing the periapsis down. Now that our inclination is a better match, we might be able to keep doing this without losing our encounter. There we go. Under 28. It's still 28. That's still 24,000 kilometers. It's still really high up, but it's coming down right quick. Fingers crossed. I hope I don't start losing this. I think I'm pretty good. I think with the inclination match, this will be okay. That's already inside the moon. Just keep dropping, you can do it. What left? Oh, the other side of the thing, okay. So now it's seeing that we wouldn't even escape Kerbal. That's perfect. Let's see, how much further down can I bring that? Ooh, perfect. Okay, now that's telling me that I'm high. So I'm coming off the bottom of Kerbal. So let's see if I can bring that any closer with this. And then fine tune my inclination to come in equatorial. Wow, this is going to be very close. Okay. So before I do any more of this, I'm going to need to fix that inclination. So, alright, so the blue line's where I'm coming in, right? I'm getting my sphere of influence change here, and according to this, if you can see the yellow line where the sphere of influence changes to Kerbal, I'm coming in over Kerbal and bouncing down. Then if I don't make any other changes, I'll come out the bottom, and that's why the purple line is inclined. So that tells me that I'm high. So let's go to the 180, which is the other way. I keep messing that up. Here it is. And just a little tiny adjustment here should get this orange escape line flush with the green one, meaning that I'm perfectly on the equator. Just a tiny little bit. Is that flat? As flat as I'm going to get it. And if I'm not mistaken, that's also a Kerbal collision course. So that's literally got me on the ground in Kerbal, which I may not want. Let's look for the prograde vector, which again I'm going around the wrong way. And let's see if we can get some kind of apoapsis. We want to do an error capture because we want to land at the Kerbal Space Center. We're not going to just come in randomly and put it down in the grass somewhere, right? So let's stretch that out a little bit. This is ever so slightly. I mean, just the tiniest little burn is having a massive influence on how this is working. There it is, periapsis, 100 kilometers. I'm going to leave it at that. I mean, it was so touchy to get it to that. The China, bring that back to an aero capture distance is just a little too technical from this ways out. Because, I mean, we're still what? We're still half a year away from hitting it. Well, not quite half a year. 130 days, which is over 4.5 months. So we'll go ahead and leave it there for now. I'll probably do the final adjustments to do my aero capture around Kerbal once I'm in the Kerbal sphere of influence. I mean, 100 kilometer periapsis is pretty good. I mean, yeah, apoapsis is pretty good. So that's about it. So we've transferred back from Duna. We're already on our trajectory back to Kerbal. It's looking good. I'm liking this trajectory. Still got tons of fuel, so that's great as well. Very encouraging. So for now, this is going to be Ross signing off, saying fly safe and thank you very much for watching. The next episode coming soon.